This episode was made possible thanks to generous supporters on Patreon. Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra Zerner, and for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a progressive rock guitar player, session musician, composer, guitar teacher, and kind of YouTuber. This is the third episode of my series of reaction and analysis videos, and if you haven't watched the first two, you can do so by clicking up there. Today's video is about a track that was suggested by one of my Patreon supporters, Dylan, and the track is High Plains Drifter by Kirk Hammett, and it's a piece from his first solo work ever, his new EP that came out recently. I've heard this EP twice, I think, so this won't be entirely fresh perspective, but still it's kind of new to me, so I'm not used to it, and I will try to provide you with some insights and yeah. And before we continue, I would like to invite you to give a like on this video and leave a comment below. It really helps a lot. And you can also consider supporting me on Patreon, where you can request a track for me to analyze, any song that you like, and you can also get access to all kinds of different things like tabs, audio downloads, exclusive materials, and the membership starts as low as $3 per month. And now, without further ado, let's tackle the track. So, Kirk Hammett finally released a solo work, which is something that I'm sure that everyone has been waiting for decades. And you know, normally musicians from famous bands, they start releasing solo stuff quite early, like for example after the second or third album of the famous band. And this is quite interesting to me that he never really did anything, and just now he decided to open up his creativity and do this EP. I wasn't really sure what to expect, and probably I was thinking that it will be something more Metallica-like. But yeah, it was something different, and yeah, this definitely deserves a good listen. As I mentioned, I heard the EP twice, and I think that this track, High Plains Drifter, is the best track of the EP. And now I will have a little bit of more thorough listen, and I will try to give you some insights about it. And so there we go. Here is the track with a very interesting animation video. So let's see. That's interesting. It's funny how the person who is driving is tapping on the wheel with the song, and the tapping becomes more and more intense. The theme which is played here has some kind of Spanish vibe. I don't know what's really the idea behind that, but the interesting thing is that it repeats 3 times, and it goes on different chord changes. So that's F minor, which is not really guitar friendly key, and I don't remember ever hearing a Metallica track in such key, so I assume that probably this is not standard tuning, but yeah, we'll see in a minute. So we've got this thing. It's just a regular F minor scale if we accept the idea that this is the original key. And then it goes again on another minor chord, and I think it's a whole step down. Yeah, it starts with F and then it goes down to E flat minor, then one more time, one more minor, going deeper and deeper. So it's suggesting that something intense is going to happen. Oh, there is about something terrible about to happen. Ouch. Ouch. There's a car crash. That's terrible. So, and then we go back to tonic, I guess. And yeah, this actually finishes the exposition of the theme. So the entire theme is just these chords, and then we go back to this. And judging by the video, apparently this is where the story begins. And this was just kind of introduction. I assume that this theme will appear several more times. At least this is something logical to happen. Let's see what happens after the car crash. Yeah, another thing that I wanted to address here is the very interesting choice of instruments. It's very rich, and now so we've got a lot of strings, and they are actual strings, not some synths. We've got cello, which is doubling this, and there are also these strings which do some kind of tremolo, like what the hell? Something like that. There is one high octave here in the strings, and it gives a little bit of brightness. Nice touch. Yeah, it's a tremolo, but it's only, I think, on octave, so and it goes together with the chord progression. It starts on C, so it's the 5th degree. Yeah. Now this is very nice dreamy sound, and this introduction of a new orchestral instrument. I think it's French horn here, and the cello remains here, continuing the same phrase, and the French horn on top is adding a very nice dreamy vibe, and it's some counterpart melody. Yeah, I think this is what we hear. And probably it repeats again with the other chord, so it's just transposed. Okay, so here we've got some happy memory happening, childhood memory, I assume, judging by the video. There's a birthday cake, there is this baseball ball and all kinds of... Yeah, this is a baby memory, so this is like one of these hanging stuff that they put over the baby's bed, so yeah. Okay, that's nice. And here we've got this resolution. And this is like this Baroque cadences. And yeah. So I assume here we will start a new section. This part has a very beautiful nostalgic vibe, and it reminds me of something. Let's see what happens here. I think I hear here some open strings. Yeah. It doesn't work. So yeah, probably this is indeed other tuning. So this note must be an open string because it sounds brighter and more ringy. But it's played here, so I guess it's a half step down tuning. Yeah, I think this is... And here again. Okay, I see what's going on. So I guess he's tuned half step down, which makes this chord G with open first string, so G major 6, and then F major 7, and this is like a sixth degree and a major dominant in a minor key, and we resolve here, so this should be B minor in his tuning, and and then there is the relative major. Yeah. Aha. Yeah, this is minor 7. Oh, terrible. Okay, changing the guitars. So now let's continue. Where were we? Yeah, playing this part. This is actually too much like pretty much like Unforgiven. Of course, it's not in this key, but the chord progression is the same. So probably he kind of got inspired from there. There is a new theme here. It's again the French horn. Yeah, beautiful theme. Kind of strange move. Yeah, but it works well with the music. This has way too much Morricone vibe, and it reminds me of this intro that Metallica used at the beginning of their concerts, and it's actually Ennio Morricone. It was from this film. Oh, I can't remember the name. It's embarrassing. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it has a lot of this vibe with this marching drum, and now a bunch of other instruments are entering, and it brings even more the dynamic further. There's a very interesting blending here. There is the cello on the one channel. It plays this melody, The same melody that was introduced before that, but now there is also a voice that is doubling exactly the same thing. See, you can hear the air. There is this taking breath. It's like a female voice singing ooh together with cello. It creates very, very interesting sound. I like it a lot. And now this is even more Western with the tremolo effect and dust in the volume pot. You know, it's a very typical sound for this type of soundtrack music and rockabilly type of guitars with these tremolos and like low and very prominent sharp sounds. So this brings it even further. But there is also another guitar which is an octave higher. So yeah. This is what happens with everything together. And here we've got again this thing. Okay, I guess here we're entering some grim phase of the trip, and now this staying here in the dominant, and it kind of builds up this tension, and every dreamy instrument that we had so far is just no longer here, and we are left only with these very low dark things, and the video corresponds very well with this idea. And let's see what happens there. Okay, and we are going deep into darkness, and it builds up with these drums, and these are two guitars playing on fourths, which is like a reprise of the main theme. But this time we take only this section, and there is another guitar, so we get, which almost sounds like a metal riff actually. And now there is some spooky thing happening here. Oh. And now here's the metal. Okay, probably I should change the sound. I'm using some plugin here. Okay, I think this is what's going on here. Oh, that's quite scary. It reminds me, it looks like DMT Trip with these weird creatures here. And that's the scary part of the dream. So here we're alternating only between actually F sharp in his tuning and then E, and it's a very interesting combination between this rhythm guitar and the Spanish guitar on top of it. It creates a very eclectic type of mix. So now we are apparently back to the original theme, but now it's presented in a much heavier and more aggressive way, and it's kind of arranged for metal. And here we've got this riffs, and there is the, and I think it's on octaves. No, actually. And you can hear how the strings are playing this very staccato things on top. These are the strings, so it adds a lot of tension here. And here we've got the same type of development. This is the theme that was played by the French horns in the beginning. But this time it's with strings, and it's brighter, it's expanded, and I think it happens on octaves. No, it's just an ensemble of cellos. There is another voice appearing here. There are these long notes, and they fill in the spectrum. Interesting move to go back to the tonic. Aha, this is again this section that we had, like the Unforgiven section. And now see how the video beautifully responds to that. Suddenly you get this again dreamy feeling and brightness, although now it has a little bit of tension in it because it's already arranged like that for a whole band. It has a little bit more dynamic, more even aggression if you wish. And apparently here this being is kind of trying to save the person who is drowning in the darkness, and just to bring him back to the light. Yeah, this is beautiful. I have goosebumps. Very nice development here. And here we've got some solo. This was too much like... It's like the solo of Fade to Black, and also the presence of this nylon string acoustic is also kind of bringing these references to Fade to Black, and now this part of the solo. Yeah, these type of patterns, they're kind of typical for Kirk Hammett. I'm actually surprised that I haven't heard wah pedal so far. It was some riff here, and we're going back to... Yeah, quite complex riff. I wasn't expecting that. What? Aha! So he's waking up here. Well, that's a very nice, interesting end. Here we go back to the intro section. Yeah, so okay, they saved the guy. Yeah, this frame is beautiful, very inspiring with this heart there. And this reprise. And just resolving back to the tonic. Yeah, that was a beautiful track indeed. I like it a lot, and as you can see, it looks complicated, but it's actually just 3 different sections that are just developed, and you get a very nice full track thanks to this development and arrangement. So that's everything for this episode. I hope you like it and find it useful. Please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below about what you like the most about this track. Also, please check out my Patreon page, because this is how you can support everything that I do here on this channel for you. Take care and prog on.